Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, good evening, good evening. Welcome to class. You're welcome to class. You're welcome to class. Good evening. Yeah, you're welcome to class. You're welcome. 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 Okay, so we still have 8 people. We have 8 people in the class. Yeah, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, good evening, everyone. You're welcome. Okay, we have 11. You're welcome. Yeah, good evening, 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 good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes. Yeah, so it's 11:01. I'm sorry, 7:01. Yeah, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah. So I'm still like I'm waiting for more people to join the class so we can kickstart the class. Yeah, so what we are going to be looking at, this week basically, I said we are going to be looking at more um building a or let me say we are going to be working on accessible websites, how you can actually structure a good website, or basically what is a good website and how you should build a good website. We had on Tuesday we had some insight about how we can go about some of them. On Tuesday I think it's actually a whole class. It's a whole class. So today too, we are going to be, it's just like a branch of what we discussed. That's on Tuesday. So it's not something new. It's just like a continuation of what we've done. Today is just a continuation of what we did in the last class. So, and it's going to be an interactive class too as well. The way it was in the last class, it's going to be an interactive section. Okay, good evening. Yeah, so it's 7:03 already. So yeah, let me start with what you what we did in the last class. Let me start that way. No, it's more of it's not like a practical kind of class. It's not a practical kind of class. It's just like we had a discussion how you can actually do a particular thing, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. That's basically what we discussed last week. So yeah, based on what we discussed on Tuesday, what is your understanding about making websites accessible? Like based on what we discussed on Tuesday. Yeah, based on what we discussed on Tuesday. Or it might not be also it might not be in our discussion too as well. You might have your, let's say, your own way too as well that you feel or you felt should be part of how to make your website accessible. You can also drop it, and then everybody's going to confirm in the comment section. Yeah, I'm still greeting more people and more people. Yeah, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. So did already. So I'm asking a question. So I'm still waiting for more response about what we discussed in the last class. Because those things are actually very, very important. What we discussed are very important. Aside from the practical aspects, all these little things too, they are very, very much important. If you don't know how to like go about all these little things, it might be, I won't say it's going to be a problem, but it's going to be like a major factor, a major factor that we should know, a major thing we should know. So I'm still waiting for more response. I'm still waiting for more response. But I'm seeing 25 people in class. Web accessibility is about making your web page easy to use, attractive, available to a lot of people. Oh, good, 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 good. Very good. So I'm still waiting for more people's submission about this. Yeah, good evening. You're welcome to class. Good evening. You're welcome to class. My day has been good. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm still waiting for more submission so we can, I said it's going to be like it's going to be like an interactive class. So we talk about like practices we should all follow. So it should just be, oh, I'm just the only one talking. Fine, obviously I'll going to say some things while you're going to also put in your own information too as well. Good evening, sir. So, web accessibility is basically about building a website that is easy to access, attractive, robust, and responsive. Very good. Thank you very much for your own submission. That's actually very right too. So I'm still waiting for more response so I can know we are in class. So I will know we are also following too as well. So I will know we are following. I said it's going to be an interactive class. So I want everyone to be. Yeah, so I will know. Okay, so I'm still seeing more response. I'm still seeing more response. Good evening, sir. Web accessibility. Okay, basically about building a website that is easy to access, attractive, robust. Okay. Okay, so web accessibility is building website that cater to wider audience. Yes, most especially its responsiveness. Basically having your users experience as top priority. Exactly. Having your user as top priority is actually one thing you should know as well, and know that you are not building it for yourself, you are building for the user, because you might not, and I would say in most cases you are not a user. So we accessibility is about growing expectation for websites to be accessible to prevent future yeah to pre- yeah to prevent legal feature and future legal issues. Yeah, we should build a website but I think you want to say it, we shouldn't. Okay, you've corrected yourself. We shouldn't build websites that can scam people. Exactly, because I'm scared. When I saw we should, I was like, I didn't see that one. Okay, so we shouldn't build website that can. Yeah, true. We should build with integrity. That was why I built on that in the last class. That was on Tuesday. I built on building with integrity. So I'm still waiting for more submission. So yeah, I knew it was a mistake. So I'm still waiting for more submission because look at what we are discussing, building accessible websites. That's actually what we are looking at today. Web accessibility ensures equal access to information and services for all. Yeah, that is, you are what you are building, you want everyone to be able to like relate it to what you are doing. You're not just building for some set of people. Probably if some people are actually disabled in some way, you are not building for those set of people. You are building in a way that anyone and everyone should be able to access what you already have or what you built and what you have online. True, true, true. And we also gave an example in the last class. We gave example of some practical like websites that we know. Yeah. So we gave example and also based on our own past, or let me say based on our own experiences about interacting with some websites. So we discussed that too as well. So I'm still waiting for more submission. So we can move over and move ahead to today's class. I just want to be clear that what we discussed in last class, we understood what we did in the last class. Still waiting for more submission though. We must be creative in building our website, make it functional and accessible, follow the right procedure, do the right, build with integrity, not just for gain. Not just for gain, yes. You're not building for gain alone. You are building with integrity. You are building with integrity. Yeah, true. So you should make sure that your what you are building is functional. Yeah, that's actually one of the major factor. It's functional. You follow the right procedure too as well. You follow the right procedure. Our website must be accessible to all. Yes, 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 yes. Must yeah, yes, 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 yes. True. I'm just like waiting for us to like give our own submission, not because of what we did in the last class. No, I want us to give our own submission. Okay, so I'm still waiting for more submission. Still waiting for more submission. Yeah, okay. I'm still waiting for more submission though. We are 30 minutes in class now, so okay. Creating a website that is smart and reliable for viewers. Oh, someone said what submission. What I'm saying, I asked the question in the class. It's not like you're submit. I like what you understand with like your understanding about what we discussed in the last class. That's what I'm asking. So this submission is just for what you actually your understanding about what we did in the last class. It's not something like. So we are not submitting anything because you already like hey, what are they submitting again? No, 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 no. Yes. Okay. Web accessibility is an act of creating a usable, well robust website and must be legal friendly. Exactly, exactly. Creating a responsive website. Don't include lines of code if you are not using them. Then to enable website to be fast and flexible. Okay, don't worry. In today's class, we are going to be, we are going to discuss about what you just said. Yeah. So we just build our websites on integrity, easily readable, accessible, and also make it user friendly. Exactly. Yeah. So we are all correct. We are all correct. We are all correct with our submission. Yeah. That shows that we actually followed the last class. So today we are actually moving forward. So what we are looking at is building accessible websites. Now, we've discussed the main part of it, like the broad aspect of it. So we want to try to narrow down to what we want to achieve. We want to narrow down. We want to get some things right. We discussed about a lot of things in the last class. We discussed the legal aspects. We discussed about building for everyone. We discussed about how you can limit your users. We discussed a bunch of things in the last class, and so today we want to look at building accessible websites. So the first thing we have today, obviously, building accessible website is still under what we discussed in the last class, which is ensuring that all users, including people with disability, they can navigate and understand and interact with your website. Obviously, that's what we want to build. Not like you are building something that people with disabilities or disabilities cannot is of any level. It's not like now I'm actually capturing everybody, like everybody. So if you can't see well, you have disability that way. So I'm just bringing everyone together. So you should know that what you are building it for everyone, everyone. That is, someone should see this thing. When they go to your website, they should not strain their eyes to see some certain things. That's what I'm trying to say. So people cannot really see things, but when they get to your own or to your own product, they should be able to see what you've done. So accessibility is about inclusion. You are including everyone and providing an equal experience to everyone. You are providing an equal experience to everyone. What I understand that we are all human beings, but at least your website should give some kind of experience that the user want to come back to the whole thing and then check it out even after checking their whole thing. Like I gave an example of the Apple website in the last class where I said I had to tell somebody or reach out to somebody to check the website as well, and the person was surprised, and then I was able to learn from there too as well. So you are not just building something that the user can just go and then leave. And also, one thing you should look at is that when you are building, so as well, you can build for. Okay, let me give this as an example. You build for somebody, and then probably you build a website where people can register. The way we have LITA websites now, you guys can register. Now, compared to when you're doing your registration process, you just, let me say, it took you out of the website to another place to go and register. Let's say the Google form, when you clicked on it, it was not well integrated. When you clicked on it, it took you outside of the website. No, no. Now you know that when it took you outside the website, once you are done with the form, the next thing you want to do is to cancel the old tabs. Probably if you are using a laptop, to cancel the tabs, and if you're using your phone, you just close the browser. But what if you have the Google form integrated in your website? That we actually make the user to interact with your website. I'm just giving you an insight. Do you get? I've been trying to create a full website. It is not difficult. Everything you want to do, just start little by little. You can start with the nav bar, with the arrow section. Just start little by little. You're going to get everything. So yeah. So I was saying something about I was saying something about interaction. So you want people to come to your website and have some kind of experience that they can interact with what you've built for them. They can interact with it. And I gave an example of having a link outside, having a link outside of your website. You don't want to do something like that. You want them to be able to register inside your application so they can interact more with your website, because that will actually grow your website. So it will, or your web application anyhow, it will grow your web application. Because if you don't do all these things, you are just, I won't say you are not really calling more people to start visiting. Because the way everything works, I mean the way the web browser, the way it works is that the more the how do I put it now? The more people visit your website, the more it shows credibility. And then also, the more they visit, and not only visit, the more they interact with it, it shows more credibility. Compared to, okay, let's say I just click on register, and then the register took me outside of your website. That shows that your website, I used few seconds on your website. I didn't really take much time because I've gone to Google to go and fill the form. So if there's a way you can integrate, and I'm very sure there's a way you can integrate your Google, if you are using Google Form, you can integrate it inside your website where people can interact with it. So that's actually going to go a long way. So that is by the way. Yeah, that's by the way. I'm just giving you an insight of what you can actually do if you are using Google Form. Yeah. So key element of an accessible website, we said perceivable. That was what we discussed in the last class. So we said people should be able to perceive what you built. Information and user interface must be presented in a way that user can perceive. They can really, or they can really relate with what you have already. If even if they have a very slow network, a very slow internet, they should be able to if some pictures are not loading, they should be able to see alternative text explaining to them what this is actually for. All these kind of things, you should make sure that they are in place. Also, adding caption to your videos and to your audio so as well. They're actually very important, because all those things now, if you have an audio and then the user they have a very slow internet, and for them to read or listen to what you have, it's going to be a bit difficult for them. So if you can help them a bit, to have an alternative text to explain what is inside the video or the content of the video, that will actually go a long way. So the next one we look at is operable. The website must be easy to navigate and use. I was saying it the other time. I said when I want to go to home, I should be able to say, oh, this is actually the home button. This is the contact us page. This is the about us page. Oh, if I want to register for a thing, I should be able to register without having to go through different things. Everything should be straightforward and intact. Do you get? Everything should be straightforward and intact. And also, we discussed about, I don't know, let me even ask. I said something about keyboard, making some functionality in your keyboard. Is the landing page of a website. Sorry. Okay, someone, no, not necessarily the landing page. It's not necessarily the landing page. Can't see your next slide. It's not necessarily the landing page. Hero section. When I say hero section, I mean, when you go to when you went, okay, now a very good example is the tab LIT website. When you get there, you saw I think you saw a lady at the this thing after the nav bar. You saw a lady on the this thing. I'm very sure you did that. Let me see if I can actually share my slide so you can see. Let me go to the website so you can see what I'm trying to say. Incubator. I just want to show you what I'm trying to say. But I'm very sure you understand what I'm trying to say. So I have a question. How do I send the website to the browser to use? I don't. I didn't get your question. How do you send it? Maybe what you are trying to ask is how do you make your website available to everyone? So how do you, if that's your question, you host it. And I think some of the little or don't let me say little, some of the projects you have been doing now. I mean, you have been doing the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, like the few things you've done. I would really advise if you can host them on Netlify. I think digital coach can help me with the spelling. Netlify. You can try to host them on Netlify. You can try to host them on Vercel, VRCL. You can try to host them on Vercel too as well. So I want to like show us what hero section is all about. Like the hero section, I'm still going to talk about it in. Thank you very much, digital coach, for that. Yeah, thank you very much. You can try and look at all these things like Netlify, their hosting platform, and they are free. I'm not giving you something you have to pay for. Thank you very much. I don't want to give you something you have to like pay free. So I'm still like waiting for the website. Once I'm on the slide now. So I just want to make sure it's loaded. So I used to think we can't host until we have backend. No, 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 no. You can host your front end. You can host. Yeah, there are a lot of websites that doesn't have backend. A lot of websites they don't have backend. You can host without backend. Just try and host like your HTML and CSS project. Host it on Netlify. See how it works. So when next you are hosting a bigger project, you'll be familiar with it. It will look like a new thing. That's actually my advice though. Okay, I'm coming out. So let me stop sharing. I will share the I want to share the screen now, the Lita app, so you can see. All right, so I believe we can all see my screen now. Okay, so if you I believe you can all see my screen now. So now this the lady that I was talking about, this the whole thing here. So now I was talking about this person here. So if you look at this website now, look at it. What you are seeing here, this is the hero section. Like what you are seeing here, this hero section. What you have here, like I mean this, and this, that's the navbar. So what you are seeing here, that is anywhere you see or like a bigger text like an H1 or H2, just know that this is what we mean by hero section. I believe that's very clear now. Please let me know if that is clear, like what I mean by hero section. Let me know. I'm still waiting for more response. Let me know if it's clear. Okay, good. Even on GitHub, yeah, you can also host it on GitHub pages. Exactly. Yes, true. You can do that. So, sir, can you give us example of popular websites that don't have backend? Okay. I won't say I can give you example of popular website, but what you build is going to be popular. So what you build is going to be popular. We have a lot of them that doesn't have any backend. And popular, can I give you an example now that doesn't have backend? Okay, an example of popular now. Like, let me just say an example of popular website that you see that doesn't have backend. I don't want to go through the route of, but most landing page that you've been seeing, like when I say landing page, I mean like where you go to check, or let me say most people's portfolios, they don't have backend. Most portfolios don't have backend. It is not clear. I mean, look at this page. The page you are seeing on my screen right now. This is what we mean by hero section. What you are seeing on my screen right now, that's hero section. Like an home page. No, when you have an home page, you have a full page. But when I say hero section, look at it. That shows that is the section. a section. That hero section is meant to like is more like a call to action. It's meant to be very, very attractive. If you look at this now, look at what we have here. You can see that this is actually attractive. We have somebody here which shows that maybe probably an African. We have free digital skill training for 76,000 ladies. If you look at this now, that's actually very attractive. You can see that that's the work of hero section, just to like do a bigger call to action. So when people visit your website, that's the first thing they see. Do you get? That's the first thing they see. Portfolio doesn't. Yes. Portfolio does not necessarily need the backend. Yeah, that we can see on the homepage. But sir, how did they use different color for the background? So if someone was asked, how did they use? Okay, so now if you look at the background now, it's very easy to notice that it's a design. So they designed the background as a picture. So they will just add it as a background image. I feel that should be very clear now. Good evening. So sorry for joining late. You will need to check the LM. Okay. All right. I second your question, Tofumi. I know of span to add color to text, but background. This I'm not talking. This I think I've explained the whole thing now. Like based on my explanation now, you should be able to like do this now. Based on my what I just explained, I said this is actually a design, so it's a picture. They just added it as a background. You get? Just added it as a background, so it's not something difficult to do. It's not something difficult to do. So this is an arrow section. So let's move back to our class. We've discussed, we've been digressing. Okay. Aha, thank you very much. I think it's now very clear now. Okay. So this is my slide. Okay, yeah, that's my slide. I think that's my slide. Okay, yeah. That's my background image. Exactly. Background image. Yes. Okay, sir. Yeah. Yes. Oh, someone say, oh, okay. Yes, okay. Okay, I think I'm sharing my screen already. I don't know if you can see my screen. Okay, so we said to be operable. Yeah. So I'm very sure we actually understand what we mean by operable. So people can easily navigate from one place to another. That's major thing here. So also what you are building should be easily like people should be able to understand it. Do you get? Content and operation should be simple and intuitive, consistent navigation, simple language. If you look at the later this thing, you notice that you have on your nav bar, you have home, you have features, you have skills, you have FAQ. I'm very sure everyone we all understood what FAQ means. It means frequently asked question. We know that, oh, skills. Okay, if I click on skills, we have something related to skills here. On features, I know I'm going to see features too. On home page, I know that, oh, I'm going to get more about home page here. This is my home page. Now, if you look at it now, you can see that I can easily navigate through the website. If I click on register, I already know that what I want to go and do is to register. But so you don't want to make things difficult for your user. You don't want to do that. You want everything to be straightforward. So when they get to your app, they don't really need to call somebody to come and access it for them. They don't need to call someone to come and start explaining things for them. No, that's not what you want to build. Because if you are doing that, you already know that your website is not following the guideline. Is not following the guideline. So you want to make sure you do that. So now you can see the home page is actually very accessible. Okay, so the next one is robust too as well. So if I should ask now, someone says it's an image. Yeah, it's an image. So if I should ask now, I think sorry, something just happened now. I think my screen just went blank. Okay, so yeah, it's an image. So yeah, so I want to ask a question now. So when I say robust now, what do I mean by robust? What do I mean? Because I want a comment. When I say robust, what do I mean? Like based on, I'm not talking about the general. I mean based on what we are discussing, based on accessible websites. When I say robust, what do I mean? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, I think we are 59 in the class. 59. So I'm still waiting for more response. It must be readable. Okay. Okay. I intentionally didn't put a lot of things here, but it should be easily it should be easy to expand and collaborate with other. That shows that you were actually site with full details about the site. Okay, be properly accommodating. Okay, okay. We discussed a lot about it in the last class. That was on Tuesday. We discussed that it should also stand the test of time. So, if you remember, we said it should stand the test of time. It's not that when you build, after building, after 6 months, it looks old. No, no, no. You don't want to do something like you want something that after 6 months, mean the website should meet people's need. That's hitting the nail on the head. Mm, okay, okay. So I think with what we just with our little submission here, it actually this to show that everything we've discussed, we actually understand everything. Okay, let me this is what we want to do. No, I'm not showing this. Sorry about this. I'm coming out to make sure it's very readable for everyone. So some people won't say they can't see it. Content on the website must be my screen is you can see that it's loading, so I don't want much comment about it. Okay. So yeah, it must contain a wide range of information for readability. Robust means a detailed content on the website must be able to interact with current and future technologies. It should stand the test of time. The person just copy what I said. The person copy what I said. Okay, it should stand the test of time. I said that already. Okay, so let's look at using semantic HTML. Using semantic HTML. This semantic HTML is actually one major thing we should learn, and I'm very sure we discussed it when we were doing HTML. We did something like this when we were doing HTML, but it's not a bad time to bring it back to us again. Should in case you've forgotten or probably you don't want to start following them. Semantic HTML is actually one important thing we should follow. Is one important thing we should follow. Semantic HTML gives meaning to the content, helping browsers and assistive technology interpret it correctly. Sorry, someone said links. Sorry, I really don't get that. Links. Semantic HTML is more like using the right element. Let me put it that way. Using the right element. Okay, for instance, that arrow section, we all know, or let me say that arrow section, we all know that it's the header part of our website. That navbar is also the header part of our website. Now, those parts now, instead of you to use header, you now want to use div. That shows that you are not following. You can see this like the instance I'm giving. Like you can see the instance I'm giving. You are meant to use header, then you want to use div. Obviously, it will work. Once you do your style, it will work. Everything will work fine. It will work fine. But are you helping the browser to understand your content? Are you helping like assistive technologies to understand or to interpret what you are doing? Because you are not building websites that cannot be, you want it to be accessible to everybody. And I'm very sure we've heard one or two things about SEO, search engine optimization, that will actually help you to, do you get? Once you are using the right thing, if you use the right element, it will help your website. The SEO is going to increase the SEO. But if you don't use all these things, for real, your website is going to work. It will look very nice. It will look amazing. But I mean, is link part of semantics? Using the right instead of using a general element like div in a hand. Thank you very much for writing it. So someone said, I mean, is link part of links? Links like anchor tag. We don't have links now, like anchor tag. Or probably I didn't get the whole thing. Although we use links too in React. We use links in React. Do you get? Probably that's what the person is trying to say. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when that link is basically because we all wait, we've done React though. If I should ask now, if okay, for me to be sure, there are two things when we are working with React router. When we're working with React router, we use link. We were not using anchor tag. So we have two major things, like two major things. Those things are actually we have two major links. We have the normal link and we have the normal nav link. What's the difference between the two? What is a div? What if a div is nested in an exactly? What if a div is you are following thematic because you've captured everything inside inside the header, and the header is semantic. Do you get? You've captured everything inside the header. So anyhow you like, put it like that. There's no problem. There's no problem. Anyhow you want to put it, you can put it like that. There's no problem. There's no problem with that. So yeah, so what's different between the link? Nav link does not reload. So does link does it reload? That shows that we we are forgetting this thing. Link reloads or refreshes. That's not true. 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 I'm waiting for more response, please. Links to don't links and nav link, they don't reload. They don't. But I'm still waiting for more response to tell me the major difference. Link is for basic navigation on the browser. Basic navigation. Link does not reload though. Somebody already countering it. Okay. It is anchor tag that shows that we are in class. Very good, very good, very good. Internal contact that very good, very good. For those that were not in class, hope you are learning some things. You can start nav link with CSS. Okay, okay. So there's one major difference. Like there's one major difference between those two. Links take you to another page. We all know, obviously, link, nav link, anchor tag, they do the same thing. They take you to, they make routing easy for you. They make navigation, they make them. Link adds active link, like anchor. Exactly, exactly. Thank you very much. Link allow you to style active link. Exactly, exactly. Someone said learning now. So yes, you should be learning. For those that did not, you're in class, you didn't really get that part. You can see people's submission. You can see people as I didn't say the answer. People are actually saying it. So if you look at it now, someone said Navlink. Oh, she wrote Navlink also. So Navlink allows you to style the active link. Exactly. Now it adds active link like anchored. Exactly. So you will know when you click on home, you know that, oh, I'm active. I'm currently active on home. When you click on about, you will know that you are currently active on about. When you click on let's say you click on contact, you know that you are currently active on. You can add condition statement to Navlink. Exactly, exactly, exactly. So yeah, let's move out of that. We are not doing React after now. Let's move out of that. Okay, let's move out of that. All right. So the next thing we have here, example, we have header, we have nav, we have article, we have footer instead of generic divs. You can see I gave an example here. Instead of using normal generic divs, you can use your footer too. Make sure you use the right thing. Use footer. Don't just use div. Use footer. Your header, use header. Your section, use section. Your article, use article. Your nav bar, use nav. Do you get? Don't try and use different thing. So use correct headings. So like H1 to H6 to structure your content. When we say use correct heading, there's one thing, one trick you need to know. That when you go to a website, you can only see, or let me just put it, a normal convention, you should have just one H1 on your website, which is on the hero section, and that should be the biggest on your website. Please, do we get what I just said now? You should have just one H1. That is the H1. Anywhere you're going to use H1, make sure it is on the hero section, and it is just once you are using H1. You can decide to use your H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, but your H1, make sure it is one, because the browser is going to crawl through your code, that's through your website, so it can read whatever you are saying. Do you get? So make sure that what you have just one H1. Then your H2, you can use them subsequent time. Your H2, you can use it for let's say for sectioning. Like let's say you can have a section, then your H3, you can use it for a a subsection and all, like like a subtopic and the likes. But make sure that you have that H1, just one on your website. That's very important to note. And also make sure you can decide not to use H1. You can decide to use p tag. I'm very sure, even me, I would say I'm also fond of that thing. We are meant to use H. Since I can do my style, why do I need to use H1? Since I'm still going to style the H1 again, let me just use my p tag. But please, for semantic purpose, use the right heading, use the correct heading. Is that very clear? And also use lists for grouping items and form for collecting user input. You can, in this web thing, one you can have let me say, you can have, we have we've been saying it. We have many ways of solving one problem. You can decide not to use UL and you will still get the same thing. You will still have a list. You can decide not to use it, but please use them. Use them for semantic purpose. Your form, make sure if you are collecting data from user, make sure you are putting them inside form. You get? Make sure you are putting everything inside forms as well if you are collecting data from the user. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. All right, so providing alt text. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't make this big. I didn't know. All right, so let me just make it a bit bigger. Can I make it bigger like this? Okay, so we have always include this descriptive alt text for like, when I say alt text, that I'm talking about attributes now, right? Attribute gives you more information about a content. So for images, to help user with visual impairment understand the content. For user that cannot see like that, you can add your alt text, alternative text to it, so they can see. So provide text alternative for multimedia. Like when I say multimedia, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your videos, your audios, media, your basically everything about media, audio, video, images. Make sure you add alternative text to them. Don't just assume that okay, let me just leave it like that. So someone said she has a question. Please, you can drop your question. If you have a question, just drop it in the comment section. I'm going to see it. Don't worry. I'm going to see your question. If you have a question, just drop it there. So also we have keyboard navigation. Keyboard navigation is actually very important. Many users rely on keyboard to navigate, especially those with motor disabilities and the likes. So basically, we all understand that this thing that we are saying, when I say keyboard navigation, people should be able to like, although I said don't go extra mile to start disabling some keys on your keyboard, disabling right clicking, disabling copying, disabling Control C with JavaScript and the likes. Make sure you don't do all of those. Just leave them like that. The way you have been doing, just leave it like that. Don't start complicating things for yourself. I understand that you are learning, fine. But when you are doing, when you are building for your, like when you are building for yourself, that's when you should be implementing all these things. When I say building for yourself, I mean you are testing things out. That's when you should be implementing all these things. Just test them out. Like for instance, my own, I built a blog, I built a blog web application. On my blog web application, I said for educational purpose. That's what my blog application. I post the content there. So if you look at it now, what I do there is that there was a time I was learning how to like disable all these things. So I disabled it. That's because it is my own web application. I can decide to do anything there. Do you get? And the content there is for you to see, not for you to start copying. It's for you to see, not to start copying. So I can decide to do anything I like on it. That's because I built it for myself, not that I built it for somebody and then I started disabling them. No, 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 no. I just built it like, okay, let me just feel, oh, I can do this. That's actually what I did there. Okay, so best practices. Ensure that all interactive elements like button, links, forms are focusable and usable with keyboard. If you notice, there are some websites that you go that I'm not even saying some websites, most websites that you go, you know yourself that you can use keyboard. You know that you can use keyboard. When I say use keyboard, like if you want to scroll down, you can start using keyboard to scroll. I'm very sure you know that. You can start using keyboard to scroll on some websites. Like let's say you go to that particular website, you just use your keyboard and the down arrow, or how would I put it down? The down arrow. You can use the down arrow to come down. You can use the upper part of the arrow to go up. You can use tab. Let's say you are filling a form, you can use tab. You can use tab to switch to the next input. Like let's say you wrote your name in the first name input. If you press tab, it will go to the next one. If you press tab, it will go to the next one. So now all these things I'm saying, they behave naturally. It's not as if you have to like go and write some JavaScript code for all these things to work. No, 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 no. What I'm just saying is that you are practicing, you can decide to start disabling all those things. Do you get? But make sure if you are building for somebody, make sure that all these things are put in place. Oh, I think my screen went off now. Okay, it's back. All right. So make sure all these things are actually in place. Make sure all these things are in place. So use the tab index attribute to define the tab order of interactive. Basically, I've mentioned about tab like just now, that are using tab to like move to one page. I just want you to try and do something from your own end. If you're on a laptop, try and use tab. Just be pressing tab. You will notice that tab is actually selecting different things. If you press tab, you will notice that tab is selecting different things on your web page. Please, I want everyone to try that. If you are using your laptop right now, you will notice that tab is actually accessing different places, like different things. It's selecting different things that you don't need to move your mouse towards that thing. Please, I want us to try it and give me feedback. I said it's going to be an interactive class too. So I want our responses too as well, because we are all in this class together. We are all teachers in this class today. Yeah, I'm just giving my own submission based on what I'm thinking. You get. So I want to give. Someone said true, sir. True, sir. Laptop not okay. So if your laptop is available, try it. Try it if your laptop is there. But if you are using a laptop, please, I want us to try it. Just keep doing tap, 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 tap. You will notice that it's picking different components. I'm very sure the reason why I'm using components now is because I know that we all understand why I mean components now. You can see that it's choosing different components, that if you click enter, it will enter. When I say if you click enter, it will enter, I mean if you click enter, it will go to that place. Like let's say, for instance, you press tab and the tab took you to if I say the tab should mute my microphone now, the tab is going to mute my microphone. Do you get? Because when I press tab now, it went to where I have my microphone. If I press enter, because it selected microphone now, if I press enter, it will definitely mute my microphone. but that's actually not what I want to happen. Let me try it now. If I try it now, let me press enter. Do you guys notice that you can't hear what I'm saying? I didn't use my mouse. I didn't use my keyboard. I didn't use my mouse. What I simply did is what I used tab and I pressed enter because it has already selected the mute. Do you get? So all those things are very good. So make sure. I love the fact that we are also trying it out ourselves too. I love that we are also trying it out ourselves. So I think somebody said she has a question. Then when doing form today, my console show error, but I should next my label on the, what does that mean? I didn't really get your question. When doing form today, my console showing error that I should next my label. Next your label. Basically, what it does is, what it's giving you is that it's giving you errors about it's giving you errors about your JavaScript, probably the logic you've written. That's what the console is actually doing for you. Use the four attributes on the label while on the input tag add an ID. Okay, so I think the code is, because I don't really get the question. Okay, I'm coming. It's PM, please. Okay, so like I hope it's what you told the Aderonti to do. I hope it works. You can also try it out and then reach out to him probably on the Telegram community. Just paste your, if you have any issue there, you can just paste it and then walk over with it. So we are going on break by 8 o'clock. We're going on break by 8 o'clock. So please let's make sure we fill our attendance. And also, the last class we didn't really come with question. I told us to go on break and then come with our question. We didn't really come with question like that. So please, as you're going, come with question when you're coming back, based on importance of web accessibility, building an accessible website. You get, make sure you come with all those questions. So before we go on break, we are going on break by, thank you very much. I'm returning by 8:10. Yeah. So when we are going to be looking at color contrast and readability. How many of you can believe me that color matters? If you believe color matters, let me know. If you believe color matters. Thank you very much for telling them. If you believe color matters, let me know. I actually I think I died. I think, yeah, I did. Someone say yes. So color matters. You know, if um if your if your your brand is like, let's say, okay, don't even let me take it very far. Don't let me take it very far now. Let me what matter budget. Someone say I believe you, sir. Okay, okay. All right. So color is actually very important. Background color and text color, very, very important. See, if you build a website and that website, you now place green and green, I don't know color. I'm not really good with colors though, so I leave that for designers to do. I'm not really good with colors. So if you mix, like, let's say you mix I think blue and green can still go. You mixed blue, green, you mixed like different color, indigo and navy blue, everything. You mix them together. Probably let's say your own page is of this a particular color, your like different things. What that actually means is that you are disorganized to get colors. Exactly. I'm also not good with colors too, Sha. I'm not good with colors, but you can use there's one website called Color Palette. Is it palette or pouch? I don't know. Palette or something like that. I don't know. Color palette or so. Yeah, you can know it actually helps you with color combination. Let me try another same website so you can drop it so people can actually look at it. But don't worry, we are going to talk about it when we are back from our break. So see you, yeah, see you by 8:10.
Silent.
You are all welcome back to class. You are welcome back to class. So I can see someone gave the name. That's color palette. Yeah. So I believe some of us should actually check them out. Check the colors you can get from there. You can check the colors out there. Do you get? I hope that's fine. So someone was saying you know, how do we get yeah, you're welcome, you're welcome. So how do we decide on the color pattern to use? So to decide on the color pattern to use, basically, one thing you should look at is look at the company's logo or the logo of probably if you have a logo or something, look at the logo. That's actually one most or one valid way to get the color to use. Also look at the main, or let me say the primary color of that brand. If you look at their primary color, that's giving you a color suggestion already. So you already know, okay, so to use this color. If the company have, for example, they have green, they have yellow, they have blue, that shows that okay, blue might be their dominant color, green might be like some addition, while yellow is also some addition. So you already know that you are building on blue majorly, and you are going to be adding, like you can turn some buttons to yellow, some buttons to green. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like a mixture of knowing, oh, this is the company's logo, this is their dominant color, just like that. You should be fine with selecting colors. Do you get? You should be fine with selecting colors. Okay, so that being said, we said color contrast and readability. So we have white color contrast. You guys are already saying that color matters. Color matters. Don't go and do color block on the website. In fact, you will not get paid. Please, I hope we are all in class. Yes, yes. Please, I hope we are all in class. Oh. Are we in class? Are we in class? Are we in class? Are we in class? Okay, 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 cool. So I said, don't go and use color block. Oh. Don't go and use some color. See, naturally, we know that some colors don't go together. We know that some colors they don't go like they don't go hand in hand. So you want to make sure that the color you are using, we said one of the ways is doing research. So you can ask people, please, I beg, this color, do they go hand in hand? Do you get? You can ask people if you know that you don't really. Okay, for example, I built a website recently. So what I did on the website, I created two versions of the website where I used the first one I used a blue background, while the other one I changed it to a normal background. Now I posted it. I said, please, which of these is actually very good? I'm asking for people's suggestion. That's actually what I'm doing. So some people were like, oh, the blue is actually somehow. Some said, oh, they can go with the white because they can easily see it. You understand? So you can also do more research to pick colors. So users with visual impairment like color blindness need sufficient contrast between text and background to read content. You don't want to come and be you are using navy blue, then the navy is very, very faint. When I say very, very faint, I mean the color is blue, fine, but they can't really see what you wrote. That's not good, because you are causing a disaster for the whole, like for everybody sef. Even to people that can see well, they have to strain their eyes before they can see the color. Do you get? So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that your color contrasts are very, very sharp. You want to make sure all those things are very, very sharp. So breadth practice basically ensure that the text has enough contrast with background. Use tools to check contrast ratio basically. So like let's say that the color you want to use there is navy blue. If you put navy blue on I think on green, if you put it on green, if you put it on black, it will show very well. But now you want to go and put navy blue on blue background. How do you expect people to see it? You want to put navy blue on I think on yellow. Yes, on yellow background. It will show, but it is still, I'm trying to like imagine things though. That's actually what I'm doing. I'm trying to imagine some colors, color combinations. You want to go and put navy blue on, it's just like you putting white. You know, when they put white on yellow, sometimes you might not really see it very well. Now compare it when they put white on blue, or when they put white on black, or let's say when they put red on white. You like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Please let me know. Let me know in the comment section if you actually understand what I'm trying to say with the whole color thing. So make sure that you can do the practical yourself. Check the colors you can see and the color you can't see, so you can know that. Please, white on someone say white on baby pink. Exactly, white. Yeah, white. Wait, is baby pink a color? Okay, white on pink. It's like all this light. I think she's talking about light, all this light pink. I think that's true. That's true. Brown on white. You guys are saying you don't know color combination. I don't even know that all this color combination. The ones I'm mentioning are the ones I've tried, are the ones I used, and I know that this cannot go, this cannot fly. Do you get? That's why I'm mentioning my own. So you guys should know more colors. You should know more colors than So yeah. Someone said yes, baby pink is a color. Wow. I'm not aware. I think this if you look at this the background here, you can see that I think this is the lady pink. I think this is lady pink. Am I right? So someone said color palette to help us. I mean the ladies here that have burnt orange. It is well. The ladies I have here, I think that's lady pink, right? Or is it lady pink lady? Baby pink. Sorry, I said lady pink. Baby pink, yeah, baby pink. Yes, sir. The litter color. Okay. Very good, very good. That's true, because when I was creating this slide at first, why not use different shades of a particular color if they make sense? That's true. Litter red on purple. Like that's true. What you said is true, because when I was creating this slide, I wanted to use white color. I want to use white color on this slide. But when I saw that white color did not even go where I can't even me myself, I cannot see it. That shows that I'm trying to make something, I'm trying to make it accessible. I'm trying to make something that everybody can see. Do you get? I'm trying to make sure that everybody can see it. Okay, so we have forms and input accessibility. Forms and input accessibility. So labeling input. Always label input fields so screen reader can describe them to users. Please, like some people, when you have when they create an input, input, if you don't add placeholder, people will not know what you're talking about. Please try and add label to them. Try and add label. If you're not adding label, add input, add placeholder. That okay, hello, enter your name. Add placeholders to it. Do you get? If you're not adding label, add placeholders, because that actually works. If you add placeholder, it solves the problem. You can also add placeholder and then you add label at the same time. It all works, but not adding label and placeholder, that one is worse though. Please try and explain to the user what you are doing. Do you get? Try and explain to the user what you are doing. So yeah, best practice, use the label elements for form fields. Make sure error messages are accessible, e.g. associate error or a message with corresponding input fields. So make sure that probably if on your form, please make this a practice. It's actually a very, very good practice. Make sure that on the form, if you are creating a form, If, let's say for example, if there is an error, if there's an error, try and communicate it with the user, so like so the user can know that, oh, there's an error. If the password that you have and the password the user is putting in is not correct, try and tell the user. Someone say, please do that. Okay. Oh, this answered my question. Okay. So someone said this answered my question. Oh, I remember your question. That's true. That's true. I remember your question. The label and the this thing. Sorry. But at least it answered your question now. Okay. So now try and tell the user. Probably if there's an error, try and communicate the error with the user so the user is going to know. Yeah. So the next one, you can see, for example, I have label. You are saying label for email. You have the email, you have the type email, you have the ID as email, you have the name email. Yeah. So make sure this is actually put in place too as well. So the next one, the next thing I have on my slide is okay, accessible links and buttons. Make sure that you have clear and descriptive link. Use meaningful link text such as read more about accessibility rather than generic click here. Please, I used to see click here, but I got stuck afterwards. Oh, sorry about that. I used to see a lot of buttons. Some people say click here. Why should I click here? Tell me why I should click here. Why I should click it. You have to make sure you explain. Make sure that what you are doing, you are being descriptive about all these things. Because one thing about this thing is that some people they master the art of paying attention to details. Some people have mastered that art. So they actually understand everything you have on your website. They know, like they understand that what does this person mean? Like they read meaning to things. Do you get? And to that kind of person now, you tell the person to click here. That does not make sense. But to me, I understand that, oh, click here, maybe to go somewhere. I can easily understand because me, I used to rush. But some people, they calm down to access your website. They want to know that, okay, where does this make sense? What you are doing here, does it make sense? If it doesn't make sense, they won't visit your website again. There is usually a preceding info asking you to click. There are some click here that you will see. Oh, I wish I still have example. But now, the preceding information should be descriptive. Let me put it that way. You can say register for more, and I put click here. It doesn't make sense to say click here. If I have a button, I will say click here. I will have I don't know if we have worked with if we work, anchor tags now, you can put the link there. You can say click here to know more about the thing that we are discussing. Click here to know more. That shows that I have described that particular link. So when people click on that click here, that shows that they want to know more. We have on our hero section, don't put click here, put read more or learn more. Do all those things. Don't just add a random thing there. Don't just add a random thing there, please. Don't add a random thing there. Make sure that it's descriptive enough for your user to understand. Do you get? Avoid empty or redundant link text. Don't add make sure that you don't add any redundant thing. Make sure you don't add any redundant thing. Ensure that button and interactive elements have accessible names. They have accessible names. Make sure that all these things are put in place. Testing for accessibility, because this is actually where we are going to be stopping for today. Testing and then accessibility. Then we are going to move to our conclusion. But this testing accessibility, I know it's actually going to take some time. That's why I have to put it here, so we can all work with it later on. But it's going to take some of our time, because I have to show us. Click here to register. Hey, so regular testing helps ensure your site meets accessibility standard and function for all users. Make sure you test your website very well. test all scenarios, test all use cases. Make sure you see, if I like, okay, for example, I was working with somebody like, earlier today. The form, because it's actually a custom form. Now the form, but after building the form, I tested the form myself. Why do I need to test the form? I want to test it now. See, there are some users that you will tell the user to post number. That user will go and put first name in phone number. Some users are like that. So if that kind of thing should happen, you should be able to undo that kind of scenarios. Like that kind of scenario. Some user, if not because of that attribute, that type attribute on input that say email. Some people, they will write their email. They will not put at gmail.com. They will just put their name. They will not put that at gmail.com. All those kind of scenarios now, you have to make sure you test everything. You have to make sure you test everything possible. There's one thing that I do. There's one thing that testers. We used to have testers in this tech space. We have some people called testers. See, that. Let me give us a good scenario. When you build something, the way you are going to handle that thing, you will handle with care. Am I right? Let me know. Like when you build a thing, you will handle with care, right? Let me know. I'm waiting for a response. So yeah, software testers, exactly. You will handle that thing with care. You will not want anything to happen to it. But you see this set of people, that tester, software tester, that website that you build, if they test it for you, you will cry, because they will test all scenarios. See, you know that your own website, you are carrying with your hand. These people, they will throw it from a tall, like let's say a very tall building, they will throw it on the floor. They will use their leg to test it. They will use their mouth to test it. They will use their head to test it. Normally, what they are meant to test is just like, let's say they are just meant to test a particular thing. They won't test that particular thing. No. They will try everything that is possible to make sure that your website will not break in the future. So software testers, fear them. Let me just put it that way. Fear them, because that your bug. I think someone was saying in the last class, once it's working, do not touch it. If you have a serious tester, you will know. If you have a serious tester, you will know, because there's no how you can do it. That tester is going to know. So as a web developer, you have to do your testing yourself, or give it to quality assurance. Exactly. You have to make sure you test your website very well. Can we do early morning at 7 a.m.? Sorry. So the main reason why you're testing is just to make sure that your website doesn't break at any point. Do you get? That's the major reason why you are testing. You want to make sure it doesn't break at any point. So we have tools to use. There are a lot of tools. I just mentioned one here. I just did one here. So testers are enemies of developers. See, the way they do it is that, your enemy, like if you are progressing, what your enemy is trying to do is that your enemy wants to put you down. Like if you are going forward, they want to drag you back. That's what your enemy is trying to do. The enemy is just trying to like find something that is not making sense in you. They just want to find a fault in your life, sort of. They just want to find a fault. Or let's say you'll be following a particular way. The enemy wants to, like, they are looking for your downfall. I'm just trying to like put that scenario so we can understand what I'm saying. So now what software testers, what they now do, they are looking for your loopholes. That's what they are looking for. Your loopholes. Where someone say Lagos. What software testers are doing, they are looking for your loopholes, like where you make mistakes, your bugs. All those bugs that you have said, oh, see, this one is not working. Make I leave them. All those ones. That's where the software we start from. That place that you were thinking that nobody will notice now. Maybe it's just this thing. That's the place. Go. That software tester will see. That's the first place they will first see. That place that you are saying, it's working already. Let me make I leave am. Let me leave it. It's working. Don't touch it. That's where the test software things will start from. Now we know our arch enemies in web development. Designers too are your enemies. So designer will design something you cannot build. Let me say that too. Designers, they will design something. They will do a design that for you to build it, it is well. Okay. Okay, so we have Lighthouse. So Lighthouse is actually built into Chrome for accessibility audit. I still be very testers. We are we are not your enemies. Oh, okay, so can testers hack? No, they are not hacking. Their job is not to hack. Their job is just to test use cases. They are not hacking anything. So at this point, I'm going to share. I'll share my entire. I'll share one of my browser here. I'll share my browser here. So we are going to be performing a test on. I won't say a test. We are just software tester don't talk. Software tester don't talk. Okay, so I'll share a particular. I want to share a particular window now. Okay, so I'm sharing a particular window. Okay, so I'm sharing a very true because the designer are focused on beauty for that exactly. They are focused on beauty than the functionality. They will design. You will see some designs. You will look at it that can I design this thing? Enough of that. You know I've seen designs that I'm even me. I know that before I can design this thing, I will use ChatGPT self. ChatGPT cannot understand it. You get what I'm saying? I will use ChatGPT will not understand it. Do you get? So those people too, because designers are focused. They are okay. So now if you look at my screen very well, now we want to perform all what we have been saying, accessibility, all everything we have been saying. We want to perform one. We want to use one tool to perform all these things. So what you want to do, please let's follow the class now. What we want to do here, even when they have limited time, designer go make you think hard. Exactly. So what you want to do here is you want to right click. Once you right click, click on inspect. So once you get to inspect here, the next thing you want to do, let me just say this as a disclaimer. So your what's it called? Your own console might not be showing at the side. It might be showing here. It might be showing underneath. Do you get? It might be showing underneath. You can see I went to change mine. Just come here, click on this place, anywhere you want to put it. You can put it at the left side, you can put it at the right side, you can put it underneath. So I'll put mine here at the left side. That's what I just did. We want to perform an accessibility test here. So after doing this, now after coming to your console here, the next thing you want to do, you want to look for Lighthouse. You want to look for Lighthouse. So I will just click on this plus icon here. So once I click on the plus icon, you can see I don't have, okay, I think I've added it. You might not have Lighthouse on your own. You might not have Lighthouse here. So what you want to do is that you click on more tools. When you hover on more tools, you will see Lighthouse. It's going to be somewhere around this place. Do you get? It's going to be somewhere around this place. But since I've been using it, that's why I have mine here. So I'll just click on Lighthouse here. So once I click on Lighthouse, the next thing I want to do, I want to analyze the page load. How fast is the website? That's what I want to do. How fast is this website? That's what I want to do. So I hope those of us that are still battling with old visual will be able to meet up at the end. Don't worry, all these things that we are discussing are just one thing. You should just know them. Let me just know them. It will help you. Just know them. You can see that we are not doing any practical aspects. Just know all these things. So I'm very sure. Please, do you understand how I was able to get to the Lighthouse? Please let me know if you actually get the process. How I was able to get to that Lighthouse. Let me know. Okay. Someone said no, sir. Okay, that's why I said it earlier that, oh yeah, let everybody focus. So okay, I should come again. I'm going to come again then. Okay, I'll come again. Don't worry. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take some time. All right. So let me cancel the whole thing. So I'll go to my console. This is the website here. Ladies in Tech Africa. So I'll right click. So once I right click, I'll click on inspect. So once I click on inspect now, the next place I want to go, someone said network. Sorry about that. So the next place I want to go is that I explained the whole console thing. You might have your console here, you might have it here, you can decide to put it anywhere. So what you want to do is that you want to click on this plus sign here. So once you click on the plus sign, the next thing is to what? Is to, if you notice that you don't have lighthouse here, if you notice you don't have lighthouse here, just click on more tools. Once you get to more tools, you will definitely see lighthouse here. The reason why mine is not yet has moved over to this place is because I've been using it. You can see that there are more tools here. There are a lot of tools here. We have CSS overview, we have developer resources, we have media, we have a lot, we have rendering, we have a lot of them. So I want to use the lighthouse because of accessibility that I want to test. So I'll just click on lighthouse. So once I click on lighthouse, please, okay, before I even say what I click on lighthouse, do you get how I was able to get to that? Let me ask again. How I was able to get to lighthouse? Is it clear now? So for people that, yeah. Thank you very much. Please let me know if this one is clear. So we can move on. Okay, good. God. All right. So now the next thing I want to do is to click on analyze page load. So you can see the moment I click on analyze page load, Lighthouse is what? It's trying to reload the page and get all the information. You can see is what? Auditing the incubator or .org. Is auditing it. So let's wait for it to audit it. Consider it's auditing it already. So let's wait for it. So it will calculate the total time it's needed to load and the likes. Do you get? So let's wait for it. Okay, good. Yours is auditing, so very good. Someone said very clear. Thank you very much for confirming that. So 70% of mobile pages take nearly 70 seconds. So what? Or this it's just like telling you different for it to like audit. Wait for it. Clear, very clear. Mine is auditing too. Very good. I love that. Thank you. So it's still auditing. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Almost there. Lighthouse is now generating your report. Okay. What's going on? There was issue affecting Paint any content. Please ensure you keep the browser window in the foreground during the load trial. I may have to do it again. Oh, it's showing error here. Let me do it again. What's going on? Let me load it again. Or let me cancel first. Let me cancel it, and then let me do okay, let's leave everything. We want to look at all these things. So let me leave it that way. Okay. I don't know. It was maybe probably network or something that actually caused that. Yeah. Let's try for Canvas too. The is auditing just like testing. So look at what you're, yeah, auditing is more like you are trying to know more if your website is accessible. That's what you are doing. You are trying to check, oh, is this accessible? Do you get, okay, what's going on? Will anything break? What about the functionality? That's what you are doing. Yours is done auditing. Hey, somebody is asking, which app did I use? I did not use any app. Oh, that shows that you didn't follow. It's not showing Kini. Yeah, I don't know. You should have Lighthouse. You should have Lighthouse on your browser. You should have it. You should have Lighthouse. What's going on? Why is it taking so much time? I don't know why it's taking so much time. Oh, because there are different levels of testing. I want to know, is auditing, automation, testing, auditing, automation, like what we are doing now. Hey, wait, what we are doing now? What we are doing now is just like one part of testing. So because we are trying to like know the application, you are trying to check the performance, you are trying to check the SEO level, you are trying to check if anything is going to break in the code. That's like that's one of the things you are actually testing. That's one of the things you are checking. Do you get? So I don't know why this one is taking time. I don't know. The network has been very, very bad today. It has been kicking me out of meetings in the morning. Airtel. We are still waiting for it to. Oh, it's taking so much time. If we didn't test, we are going to do the another website. We are going to test another website then. If this one is not going to work. Oh wait, let me stay on the page. Let me stay on the page. This thing is still not showing. I mean, is it this loader? No. The page did not print any content. Please ensure that blocking time. Okay. You can see it is showing us reason. Preload largest contents. You can see that it's showing us different things. That is actually image element app experience. You can see that it's showing us different errors. It's showing us different things. If you can see the errors it's showing. Page did not prevent backward and forward caching. Minify CSS can reduce. Okay. Minify JavaScript, server images in it's just showing us like suggestion of what can be done to make it better. Okay, hold on. We are going to test another place. We are going to test another website. I'll just go to let's can someone suggest a website that we can use for testing? Can someone suggest? I've gotten Lighthouse already. Okay, good, 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 good. Yeah, the network is poor, yeah, sure. Please, someone should suggest a website we can use to test, like just for testing. Nothing much, just to test, check the SEO, check the functionalities and everything. Someone said Google. So if you go to google.com, let me just go to Google. Ah, me, I'm like, I don't want to be testing Google. Google is not like a website. Oh. And someone said W3 schools. Okay, W3 schools is something you can W3. You can see that W3 schools is on my laptop for you to know that I used to use it very well. You can see that it's there. Okay, let's perform our test on W3 schools then. Later see they load. It's because of this loader. W3 schools. Why is it taking so much time to as well? Okay, so let's inspect and check. Why is it taking so much time? Okay, inspect. All right. So let me go to Lighthouse and then analyze. Is analyze page load. I want to go. I'm not going anywhere. Lighthouse. Analyze page load. Okay. You say it's warming up. You can test as many as you want from your own end too. Someone said I should test the canvas. Someone said it's very slow. Say I should test Jumia. Mm, don't worry. Lighthouse is loading the page. As page loads, I pray this one works very, very fast though. Okay, so it's loading here. It's loading. Let's have a time. The mobile app will take to load. So let's wait for it to load because it's done loading here. It's done loading. Let's wait for it. If the site takes to become interactive, it will lose attention. You can see that they are just giving you insight on what you should put in place. They are giving you insight. Oh, these are actually what you should put in place. These are what you should do. Why are you taking so much time like this? And I know that network too can be the main factor. You get the network has been bad today, been bad. Or don't let me even say today, been bad of recent. So it's not as if it's just today. It has been like that. Been bad of recent. So let's just wait. Sorry about that. So sorry it's taking. So sorry. It's coming up. Let's just wait for it. I want to see what it is going to give us. Yeah, now. I just wanted to analyze this thing for us so we can move on. Okay, very good. Voila. So now, good. So you can see now, if you look at this very well, I believe you can all see it now. Oh, you guys are already giving. Sorry, I didn't come to this thing. I didn't come here. I got the result from later. Very good. Someone said, uh, I'm testing later. It's actually giving me a result. I guess it is your network. Yeah, it's my network. Yeah. Okay. Properly, it's network. Can you drop them? I got results from later. Exactly. My is doing all the things stuff. 26% performance, yes. 77% accessibility, very good. 75% best practices. Network has been bad, yeah. 91% SEO, that's very good. 45% performance. The performance is low. The developers tried, obviously. They tried now. They tried now. So if you look at W3 schools now, obviously, performance, they put performance as this. So let's just look at it. Performance, basically. So if you look at, you can see that you can do a lot of things here. You can see a lot of things here. You can see the calculation, but I don't want to be calculating the whole thing. No. So you can see the sorry, I want to make this a bit wider. Okay, so you can see the metrics here. First content info, basically you can see the speed in text under 8.9 seconds. Under 8.9 seconds. So now if you look at, you can see a lot of things here. So, and they are going to give you diagnostics. So if you look at this, now they are telling you different things here, like what you should put in place. You can see they say reduce the third party impact code, avoid an excessive dump. They're just giving you suggestion. If once you see this red, just know that they're telling you that there are two failures here. That's what they are telling you here. So you can see it is showing two things that are failing. One, two. One, two. Two things. That yellow, it means warning. You get, and all these ones, it means that 20 long tax fund. It's just telling you, like giving you different information. So you can see the accessibility here. That shows that it's 79% accessible. Do you get? But the results said because of the number of Chrome extension. So you can see the accessibility, names and label. Buttons do not have accessible names. You can see it's telling you different information. Button, you can see it's even showing you the button that does not have accessible name. I think there's one button here that does not have accessible name, but I don't know. It's showing you the button. It's telling you frame or iframe elements do not have title. You can see it's telling you that this one too, you no get title. This iframe, you no get title. So you can see you have the contrast. The background and foreground color do not have a sufficient contrast ratio. Okay, so you can look at it. This learn HTML. Okay, so you can see it's telling you that there are some things wrong with the contrast here. So you can see that this thing is very good. All right, so you can see touch target do not have sufficient size, or navigation heading element are not in sequential descending order. Okay, so you can see you have a lot of best practices, use depreciated, different things here. SEO, you can see links do not have descriptive text. You can see what I was saying. I think I'm trying to make myself happy. Like I didn't even test all these things. I didn't even know that they have all these things. Links do not have descriptive text. We said something about that today. We said, why do we not have the same result from the audits? Yes, you can't have the same this thing. The ICO makes sense. So yes, now you might not have the same. You might not have the same year, probably because of the network, but it's going to be almost the same thing. Do you get? It's going to be almost the same thing. But you can see that is, so when you have 75, 74, 70, you can see that it's still looking very good. So you can see the links do not have descriptive text. You can see it's telling you that this one. You can see they wrote go. That's what I was saying. All right, so image element do not have alt. I was telling you that you should have alt attributes. Add alt attributes. Alt attribute. You can see they did not add alt attributes to their own. Links are not crawlable. You can see it's telling you that some links like this now, they are not crawlable. It means that they cannot really access them. So yeah, we've been able to do a lot of things today, and then you should be able to use Lighthouse today. This is where we are going to be stopping the class for today, and tomorrow everybody should come with question. Tomorrow we are going to talk more. What we just do tomorrow is just more like interaction. We talk more about interaction. We do a lot of things tomorrow. So yeah, this is where we are going to be ending the class for today. Thank you very much. You are all welcome.